Morning, guys. I see Britain First was down in London with Paul Golding, the little liar, the skanky, lying, devious Paul Golding, and my ex, and all the usual British First slappers. Yeah, they're like bloody concubines, really. You only go down there for the drugs and to get money off Paul Golding. He sent my ex several £1,000s in legal support and numerous lumps of money to help her out, which is okay because I've always known she's a bit of a slapper. And truth be known, she's had numerous men ringing the house. Her phone's been muted for the last like 4 months. They worked their head on this DPVN, but I've done her trick and made anonymous calls about her poor behaviour. But I don't know. Yeah, of course, we didn't see him at all on the BBC. Well, that's quite okay. I believe there was a bit of violence with the police and what have you, unfortunately. I do agree with him trying to protect Churchill's statue. I mean, why these far left bullies, these Islam crime covering bullies, have to think that it's okay to attack the statue of Winston Churchill, one of our greatest heroes? I mean, the one in Bristol, the slave owner, yeah, I can kind of go with that. I can go with that. Why celebrate the life of a man that, you know, trafficked loads of slaves, thousands and thousands of slaves, hundreds of thousands of slaves actually, and in case you don't know it, certainly in Islam a lot of these slaves were castrated. Yeah, they cut all the dick off and the balls off and everything. This was done to millions and millions of poor slaves by mainly Islamic, slave dealers. In fact, Muhammad himself was a slave owner and a slave dealer. There was a few things like the Armenian genocide of 1915, where millions of Christian people mainly, and a few Jews I suppose, were wiped out in Turkey, what we now call Turkey. They were burnt alive, they were machine gunned, they were traipsed across deserts into southern Syria, and they were massacred. And this is some of the crimes of Islam. Yeah. Turkey now is 99% Islamic. Hardly any wonder, because it's been proven not safe to be Christian and living there. I educated Paul Golding on this. He didn't know anything about it, apparently. But he's learnt a lot. It's very sad, really, that, for 6 months, my skanky ex-partner, younger ex-partner, was messaging him, receiving money off him, receiving flattery off him and numerous other men, I should say, and lying in my kid's bed, probably just after she just slept with other men at Marie's, and was answering messages to Paul, to Stephen. There's so many of them. She's on Plenty of Fish now, and she looks terrible. I mean, even as a guy who split up with her, she looks terrible. She's taken that much cocaine and that much bloody whiz and what have you off Marie and her brother. Oh, she's a shadow of her former self, unfortunately. I've got a new job. I'm not going into too much detail, but it's quite good pay and it's got a lot of perks, so I'm okay. I've already been out with a couple of other people, and generally I haven't missed her grim, really a grim face and a lack of smiles at all. So I'll catch you again, guys. But they haven't put anything on YouTube or anything, because they're banned off YouTube. Nothing on BitChute yet. But I wouldn't trust these Britain First skanks. I mean, a lot of the guys in it are okay, but of course Paul Golding gets about 400 grand a year off well-meaning individuals, and all he does basically is groom with it. Pay the lease on his gunmetal coloured Land Rover, and basically screws everybody else's girlfriends, all these single mums on the social. He's from a council house background, so he knows the score. He knows if he flashes a bit of cash and is nice to them, he flatters them on the phone, they open the legs for him. And certainly Andy's got dozens of illegitimate kids all over the country. Quite a saddo, really. So keep safe. I've got my mask here. We don't use it very often, but keep safe, and we'll be back to something like normal in the near future, hopefully. Okay, see you guys. Bye-bye.